Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. There's no pre-recorded intro tonight because I didn't see much point. I love looking at the chat while the intro music is playing, and people get so excited that I'm about to go live, and it must be so disappointing when you actually watch it.
Yeah.
So who do we have? Padro Lee. Good evening, pal. How are you? Sadistic atheist. Well, Zebdi, how are you? Hippie Buddhist. Good evening. And just quickly, because I'm going to press one of my new buttons.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Thank you, X-Penguin. You used to be a channel member before, didn't you? As far as I can remember, which is not a lot. So definitely don't take my word for it. Next Pro, how are you, pal? So what we're going to be doing this evening is it's a live call-in show. Now, to participate in said call-in show, you will need to go here to my Discord server, which is linked below this video. So when you join the server, you need to be looking for an area called live. What's it called, Carl? Live something?
Live call-in.
Live call-in. How could I forget? It's been there for years. So you need to look for the live call-in section, and there's a drop down, and one of the rooms is the green room. So if you want to come on and talk to me, just join my Discord server. If you're not already a member, join the the green room, and then you will be moved from the green room at random with absolutely no warning, because I can't think of a better way of doing it. And you will just hear my voice in your ear. So if you can please just make sure that you've got the stream muted when you are in the green room. Otherwise, it's going to cause all sorts of problems. Please, thank you very much indeed. So that's what we're going to be doing this evening.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Steve from Wormhaven. That sounds Welsh, Wormhaven.
I don't know. I've never heard of that before.
No?
No. Doesn't look familiar to me anyway.
No? Well, you've obviously seen me do this sort of thing before then. Exactly. What could possibly go wrong? The main thing that could go wrong while we're on the subject, just to manage everybody's expectations, is now Callum and I did test Discord. We accidentally did a 2.5 hour live stream not last Wednesday, the Wednesday before, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wednesday before last.
And it worked very well. But now that we've decided to structure an entire episode around it, you can bet your ball bag it's not going to go as well as we'd hoped.
Oh yeah, it's going to fall to pieces immediately.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't doubt
it for a sec.
There's going to be lots of this.
Yeah.
Definitely, because like I say, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Pip is asking, will CC be joining? If CC wants to click on the link and visit my live stream, and then click on another link, join my Discord server, and then click on another, yeah, of course he could come on. He's not going to, but yeah, Padge, that would be a CC call-in would be an interesting thing. And what I've decided to do tonight as well, just by way of an experiment, because I've spoken to a few of the other guys who go live a lot more often than me, and I'm much better at going live well, everybody's better at going live than me. But I'm doing a super chat goal. I think I set it at 20 super chats. So if we get 20 super chats that qualify, then we will stay live for an extra half an hour. Yay! Everybody's here. Woo!
Nice.
So yeah, not that I'm trying to influence you, but yeah, if you want to do that and keep us on for an extra half hour, then feel free to do so.
Welcome to the Blinder Gang, Mush.
Tales of the Sonic Voyage became a YouTube channel member. Thank you very much indeed. Channel memberships is another thing I'm not very good at. Because I've got various tiers set, but essentially I just give everybody who's a channel member early access to my videos. Because I'm a soft touch, I feel bad not giving the people on the lowest tier early access to the videos, even though the tier doesn't say that they get them. But I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, if anybody does want to jump into the Discord server and, join the appropriate rooms, then the link that's on the screen now is the one that's in the doohickey below or at the side. Jump on and we'll have a chat and we'll chat about anything. Makes absolutely no difference to me. So, right. So yeah. So look at that link. Get rid of that one. I've done that one. Get rid of that one. Done that one.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Who remembers that? I've been dying to use that again. Thank you very much indeed, Tim. I can manage to read the Tim part, but I can't quite see the bit before, and it looks like a really complicated word.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, K. Gandhi Warhol. How many? Make it 19. Well, it's 18 now. It's 18. I know me staying live for an extra half hour isn't the most exciting thing in the world, but I literally couldn't think of anything else because I'm not an ideas guy.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Hi from New South Wales. Love your work. Well, is it really work if you enjoy doing it as much as I enjoy doing what I do? What is it they say? If you enjoy your work, it isn't work or something stupid.
If you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's it.
Something like that.
That is exactly. Whoop! Did somebody say is
All right, Dave.
Is oh no, he's not here. Somebody just mentioned him.
Yeah.
Dave McKeegan. I'm gonna have to go big screen to read now. Dave McKeegan. If he does half an hour early, will you take? If he does end half an hour early, will you take his missing half an hour and add it to your next stream?
Wait, I got it. Here's for context.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some context
There
on
we go.
that.
It's on the screen now.
Oh, I gotta make a big screen. So he was here.
Yeah, he was
All right,
here.
Dave.
If nobody super chats, do finish half an hour early.
Oof.
That's a bit mean, Dave, isn't it? just because I misidentified you as a flat earther once, you just keep bringing it up. You just keep bringing it up.
Away.
Has anyone joined the green room yet, Cal, or is everyone too scared to? Oh,
No,
that was me.
no one's in yet.
I haven't touched nothing.
No, I did.
Oh, right. Well, I haven't touched it now.
Yeah.
So we got no takers. Well,
No. Wow, this is going well.
Yeah, this is going awesome. So, let's think of something to talk about.
Shall we talk about?
Why is my cricket clip so short?
I don't know. Is mine? Oh, mine's different than yours as well. Should we? This is not interesting. Anyway, moving on. Should we talk about something that we've been meaning to bring up for weeks and weeks and weeks?
Oh no, that's how you do a segue.
Nice.
Yeah, bring it up, Callum.
Okay, so we've been having this idea. It's not the most original idea, I guess, but I don't think it's been.
Sorry, I know it's very rude to interrupt, and I know I do it all the time, but you stole it from H3.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, shut up. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm basically thinking conspiracy court. So, when it is necessary, when action needs to be taken, we, Judge Creaky Blinder right there.
Look at that. Blows my mind every time.
Brings someone into conspiracy court. So we basically, we choose a person, could be CC, could be Dave Weiss, maybe someone enjoys it, maybe someone deserves it most at that time. We bring them into the conspiracy court. We have two sides. We have the defense and we have the prosecution. We need to obviously work the kinks out, but conspiracy court, what we all thinking?
I will say, though, that as soon as Callum said those two words, conspiracy court, the first thing I thought about is, one, I look cool in a judge's wig.
Yeah, and you need a gavel.
I gotta get a gavel. Oh, gotta get a gavel. It sounded like a stutter then.
Yeah.
So it's CC. There's no CC might be.
Oh, yeah.
CC will probably...
Episode 1.
Yeah. CC will be making his appearance in conspiracy court and...
Boom. Roasted.
Exactly. Bill Garrett.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
I I once finished half an hour early and my girlfriend was upset. Hopefully you do that. Half an hour early. Bloody hell. Half an hour early. Don't know why I'm finding that so impressive.
All right, we got someone in the green
super
room.
Chat. Thank you.
Oh, we have. Mental Models, £5 super chat. Here's a couple of Bob Butty. Thank you, pal. Very much appreciated. So we've got
Yeah.
We've got somebody in there, have we?
Yeah, do you want to pull him in?
Chuck him in room 1.
They're in.
Good evening. Welcome to the Creaky Blinder Show. What are we saying?
Hello, Creaky. How are you?
I'm overjoyed as always, pal. How are you?
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I was just about to sewer bloody Blue Origin. Yeah, about this Blue Origin fiasco.
Yeah. Mate, have you got push to talk activated on Discord? Because there's huge chunks of what you're saying being cut out. Yeah, well, sometimes it just goes really well. I don't know what was going on then. I don't know if
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. I think it was his microphone potentially. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was in the chat.
yeah, I
See?
don't know.
This is exactly what we knew was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Is he in room 1?
No, I can put him back in there now. Do you want me
Yeah,
to?
put him in room 2 just in case it was a glitch with the rooms. I
Yeah,
don't
room
think
2.
it was though.
Room 2.
Room 2. Can you hear me now, pal? Yeah, this is going awesome. I'm so glad I thought of this idea. How original it was. Yeah, if I don't know what to suggest with that. Now it's something to do with your mic settings in Discord because you're in the room. Somebody else has just dropped in. Let's try them and keep our fingers crossed.
Caller 1.
Please be able to hear me and allow me to hear you.
Hey, Creaky.
Good evening. How are you?
Badge.
You can hear me there, yeah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd do the nice thing and jump in since no one else was
You're
jumping
a
in, make sure it's not-
gentleman. You're an absolute, a very large, well, that sounded wrong, didn't it?
Oof.
You're a very tall gentleman. How are you this evening, Padge?
not too bad, not too bad. Finished up work and everything, so I'm happy.
Nice. Have you got those pictures framed yet? I'm dying to see them. I can't wait.
I know. I'm trying to find the framers. We live in a tiny town out in the middle of nowhere now, so trying to find a decent framers
Yeah,
nearby.
I bet. I was a cheapskate and I just ordered mine on Amazon and then butchered the poster to fit it.
What are you talking about?
This.
Oh, that.
The I sell them in the merch store.
Ah, right. Yeah.
And I'm actually surprised how many people are actually buying them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's quite a few people. I'm probably selling at least one of them a week.
Yeah, I will say as well on the second channel, you get quite a lot of comments. Well, I say quite a lot. You get the odd comment here and there.
Yeah.
Asking about that poster in the background.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
I'll have to start linking it underneath the videos.
I found that.
Anyway, so how is sunny Southern Ireland this evening, Padge?
Say that again.
How is the sunny shores of Southern Ireland treating you this evening?
Oh, I'm not in the south anymore. I'm up in the North Midlands now.
Really? God, you did move a bloody long way then. Shows how much attention I pay, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, like 3.5 hours from where I was.
Oh, bloody hell. How did you end up going so far? Just
That's look, house prices in Ireland, let's be honest, it's crazy over here. So.
is there?
Yeah. The audio is a bit choppy, I will say.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's my microphone technique. I'm shit with this microphone. I need to.
I think if I'm honest.
It's what you broke up then, Padge.
I think it's Discord.
Yeah, probably. Because when I was doing this regularly on a Sunday, I was in the process of figuring out a way to do this. You know, like Matt Dillahunty does it on the line, where they've got like an actual phone number that you can call in. And I looked again today about setting up a Google number, but you have to have an American cell phone number to be able to apply for a Google phone number.
How does that make sense?
Yeah.
It don't make any sense at all, does it? But there we are. Right, Paj, I'm going to bugger off now, mate, right? Thank you for jumping on and letting me check that it is at least working. And I'm assuming the side chat could also hear you, because none of them have been freaking out. So I'm going to...
Well, people can hear us, just AC Castillo can't understand us.
Well, that's the thing is, we are part of a very select group of people without accents. It's all these bloody Americans and Canadians and God knows what else.
Exactly.
So,
Go on, have a good night, guys.
I will do. Speak to you later. Ta-ra, man.
Damn it.
Yeah, so if you want to do a Padge just did this, just jump on, and even if you just want to come on and say hello, I'll accept anything at this point.
Yeah.
I'll accept anything at all at this point, because
In the meantime,
let's
go back to what
Conspiracy
we were talking
Court.
about. Conspiracy Court. How's everyone feeling about that idea? Do you want to nominate some people to be presented to the court? And we were also thinking, I don't know if I added this detail, that we are thinking about doing it live also. So as like a every now and again episode of this show would be a conspiracy court.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks, something like that. I don't think if we overdo it.
Well, this is the thing. I guess to start off with, there'll be, probably quite a lot of people you can cover. But then after a while, I think you don't want to, shoehorn any episodes of it. So it could just become a case by case basis.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Like if something notable is going on, like when, like the immediate aftermath of the final experiment, when all the flat earthers started realizing that they were screwed.
Yeah.
Something notable.
Yeah. But I also think we should try and plan it carefully and try and get a guest on.
Yeah.
To help, to be a part of the court.
What would be the format? Yeah, no, this is something we're still working on. Because Shiznitz has just said as well, awesome name. But who gets to be the defense? Oh, it's not that kind of court.
Yeah. There's no, you're guilty in this court.
Yeah.
No. Well, we did talk about that, and something we did say was potentially, because I don't know much about this topic or these things, I guess I could play the defense and do some research, some flat earther style research, and just come at it from.
So what you're saying is, don't do any research then.
Yeah, basically,
just wing it and make it up as we go along.
Yeah, basically, I'll just whatever I feel is right, I'll just say that.
Yeah. So Monkey in the Works is saying we'd need a prosecutor and a defender.
Yeah.
Just stop overcomplicating it before we've even got it past the idea stage.
No, I do agree though. I think if we could get, I mean, obviously last week's guest, Ranty, that would be cool. I don't know if he would want to get involved in something like that, but he could come on as the...
Yeah.
But I don't know, would he want to come on and defend Flat Earth, or would he's probably trying to get away from that, I guess?
I would. Yeah, I don't know if he would. And Young Cooper says, I will do the defense for the conspiracy theorist pro bono. That's the right term. That's what got your comment on the screen. So, yeah, it probably is. I wish I had that Peter Griffin clip now in front of the Hollywood sign.
What one's that?
They're only focused on... Find it. Just type in Peter Griffin Hollywood boner on YouTube. Okay. It's brilliant. But I'm very childish. So does this mean
Keep going, it's fine.
I don't know why I stopped when Callum.
Yeah, I know. This is the problem. Is I tried to Google stuff and then I can just the room goes silent.
Yeah, because I'm very
right. The clip isn't important. Move on.
Yeah, well, no, the clip is important because he says it's without it just sounds it just sounds stupid if I just say it.
Right. Okay.
Scroll down.
Hollywood's.
Just put it into Google, Cal. It comes up first video.
Oh, I really don't think
Yeah,
it's
I
that
know.
important.
It's not that.
We'll just move on.
It's not that.
Just move on.
Yeah,
It's really
just
not that
move on.
important.
Yeah, so I don't know if this means that nobody wants to come on and talk to me. None taken,
I know.
obviously. But if you
Change
do,
the title.
yeah, if you do, yeah, exactly. Creaky Blinder Show live call in. Join the conversation. I couldn't have made it any clearer, I don't think. But there we are. Wyatt Earp, how are you, mate? Nice to see you. Creaky for president. I mean, I'll give it a go.
Well, since this no one is coming in, I guess I'll try and pivot again to one thing we did say we were going to do this episode was some feedback. You know, we've done 10 episodes of this show. So, you know, we're coming on, this is episode 11. We're coming on 3 months of the Creaky Blinder Show live. You know, what have you been enjoying? Is there anyone you'd like to get on? Is there anyone you'd like to see? You know, give us some feedback. Are you watching the clips on the second channel? Did you find the show off the clips from the second channel? Any of these things?
You were
You're
a
on
bit slow
fire.
then because I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
And mine's too short. What's the point in having crickets just like a second and a half long? I'm gonna have to fix that one now. The shorts are great. Yeah, so all the stuff that's happening on the second channel, it was all Callum's idea, and the idea is that we're trying to kind of cross promote the two. So I'm trying to send people from here. How many of the people in the chat right now are not subscribed to Creaky Extra? Give me just type no in the side chat and let me know if you're subscribed to Creaky Extra, because I'm a bit torn with that channel. I've spoken to Callum about this because I don't know, it almost feels as if I'm losing viewers off the main channel to myself.
No, definitely. I don't think there is a person in the world that would tell you that too much content is a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things that, you know, I'm curious about because, you know, especially when you're in a slump, and I know there's a few of us that are in a slump at the minute. Mine isn't too bad, to be honest, but I know that I've been speaking to a few other people, and this YouTube seems just certainly in this what you call it, not genre, this
Niche.
I can't bloody think of the word then. You know, everybody's views seem to be down a little bit, but I think it's just like anything else. There's so much going on in America at the minute, and the majority of my viewers are from America, so it's going to have an effect on their mood and whether they feel like watching me being an idiot in a YouTube video for 20 minutes 3 times a week.
Yeah, and I think something you have to think about is in December, you know, the flat Earth topic is coming off the back of the final experiment. Like,
Yeah,
something so big happened that I guess this, if you, like you said, if a few of you are in a bit of a channel slump at the minute, it's probably, you know, flat Earth has just sort of cooled down as a topic for a minute.
Yeah. The thing is, they're always so bloody predictable as well. It's like we all knew what was going to happen immediately after the final experiment, and it kept me in content for like 4 months. I made videos about nothing else for it may have even been 6 months. I can't really remember, but it was like the Katy Perry Blue Origin flight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just things like none of them will ever look at footage. They look at, and they must have such sad, lonely lives, because they probably sit there and they go through literally frame by frame looking for, you know, a lens flare that they think is wrong, or looking for an editing artifact that got left behind, you know. So every video I've seen from flat earthers saying that the Katy Perry space flight was fake, why are any of you trying to prove that it's fake? It's as obvious as the nose on your face, because you know that when they went up there, they saw that the earth was a globe. So it just must be a terrible position to have to live with beliefs that mean you're continuously having to justify yourself. You're continually having to kind of,
I think the
hand wave dismiss things which other people see as blatantly obvious.
these conspiracy theorists, I think the vast majority of them had already made their mind up about that space flight before it even happened.
Yeah, it was exactly the same with the final experiment.
Yeah.
They'd all decided. The fact that Dave Weiss and Eric Dubay said no, they wouldn't go,
All right, Dave.
means to me that they'd already decided
Yeah.
publicly,
Yeah.
but privately they were like a duck on a pond, calm, as cool as a cucumber on the surface, you know, going like a nut job underneath the surface. It's just a pathetic way to live. I can't. I don't get it.
There was two types of flat earthers on the build up to the final experiment. I think there was the ones who genuinely were, I guess, flat earther and open minded going in the same sentence is a bit crazy, but
Yeah.
some of them were open minded enough to think, right, I'm going to see what happens.
Sorry,
You know?
Carl, 1 second. Tim Hunter's asking how he calls in. You just join the Discord server, this link below, and you click on the green room. You join the green room, and then one of us will move you into one of the calls, and I'll jump on with you, and we'll have a chat. I think Megan Megan, I sent you a message on Discord earlier. I can't respond now because I'm at the wrong machine, but if you can have a look at that message if you're available. Thank you very much indeed. Then I'll put me back to the normal screen, Carl. So
Caller 1.
Oh, we got somebody in caller 1, have we?
Tim Hunter.
Tim Hunter. Good evening, Tim Hunter. How are you, pal?
Oh, I just figured I wasn't smart enough to figure it out.
To what?
I just figured I'd try, since no one's coming up. Maybe someone else coming up will start the floodgate.
I know. They're starting to give me a complex. I'm starting to think nobody wanted to speak to me.
There is another person waiting as well.
Oh, there we are. Well, I feel much better.
Maybe you
now.
have started the.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. You've broken the seal, so to speak.
Oh,
so
yeah, 2 people now.
What are we talking about, Tim?
Oh, about all I've been paying attention to lately is all the shit here in the U.S.
Yeah,
I'm
bet.
a person. Things aren't going well for me.
No.
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's hard to watch, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like the country is kind of imploding.
Yeah, and it's such a dicey topic to talk about at the minute, in it, because I know a lot of your audience are American.
Yeah. And I don't want to upset people for the sake of upsetting people, but I can't. I told my friend that I come out and stay with every year. I told him yesterday that I won't be coming out there this year because I just think it's just not worth me taking the chance.
No, I've heard stories about people coming that do it every year and they get stopped at customs now.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of it gets sensationalized online, but they sending people to
El Salvador
to await extradition or something, shaving their bloody heads and everything, which wouldn't affect me anyway. But
Jesus Christ,
yeah, things are pretty crazy over here.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun at all.
If I had a choice, I'd move, but I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I wondered that as well. How many people would choose to? I know a lot of these high-profile celebrities have said, "Oh, I'm going to leave the country," but I wonder how many sort of normal, everyday Americans that just keep themselves to themselves and go about their work have actually thought exactly what you clearly have. I'm done with this. I'm out of here.
For some reason, Discord's making reverberate lots. It's hard to understand.
Oh,
Is it? There's echo. Is it? You've muted the stream, Tim, have you? Anyway, thank you, Tim. Yeah, so like I say, I don't get political on my channel ever, but and I know some people that watch me probably love the guy, but I'm seeing more people, saying that they're not having a good time than are having a good time, if that makes any sense at all.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Stay for longer. I've just got you. Was busy before. Well, we'll see if we get to the target. We'll definitely we'll definitely stay live. So yeah. So is there somebody else waiting?
yeah. Someone in caller 1.
Okay. Good evening. What are we saying?
Hello,
How are you?
how's it going?
It's awesome.
Excellent. I'd just like to say I sympathise with our American friends as well.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It's nuts.
Yeah.
I can't. We've never found ourselves in the same position that they're in now.
I listen to a few American podcasts, Cognitive Dissonance, the Skeptocrat, and they're sort of left-leaning podcasts,
Right.
and they're fucking hilarious for a start.
Yeah.
And but they're really I just say with a few of the American people on you, I just wanted to say our sympathies, and we don't all hate you.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, because that's another thing as well. And a lot of I've seen a lot of American people talking about that very thing, that they are getting sort of online hatred just because of the country they live in.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's so unfair because I mean, 50% of the population or more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
didn't vote for the horrible orange twat.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean?
Okay, well, we've clarified your position then.
I always say that I will make fun of America and Americans as much as the next guy, but at this point, it's just kind of sad to watch. The humor has sort of gone away from the obnoxious American in their bubble, blah, blah, blah. Because now it's kind of come back to bite them in the ass. If you know what I'm... Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not... it's far from ideal, isn't it?
Yeah,
But,
it's kind of hard to watch now, and it's getting less and less.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you, pal. I'm gonna jump into the next call now. It was nice to speak to you, and we'll catch up again soon.
Yeah, cheers, bud.
Nice one, pal. I don't know why this has taken a political swerve. It does make me... I'll talk about anything. It does make me...
I guess we're not talking about it from a political standpoint. We're just talking about it as
just observers
of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And
because that's all I am when it comes to politics. I'm not. Just when it comes to politics, it's not my thing. I'm not really interested in it, and that's why I don't talk about it. But fuck somebody else in the call, Carl.
We got someone. We got Gandhi Warhol in caller 1.
Good evening, Gandhi Warhol.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, pal.
All right, Creaky Blinder on live.
You're getting way more excited than you should be, pal. Is it just me, or does he sound exactly the same as what's his name? Sausage, garlic bread guy.
Hang on, I've got a lag here. Just a minute, Creaky. Say that again.
You sound exactly the same as
You're thinking of Peter Kay.
Peter Kay. But I did say to Callum the other day that I was terrible at identifying accents. So for all I know, you could be from Brazil.
Yeah.
Peter Kay. Oh, right. You want a bit of Peter Kay? Now then.
It's more like Johnny Vegas than Peter Kay.
Look, I've got a couple of questions for you, my love.
Go ahead. Are you sending them by Morse code or?
Right. First question.
Aye.
What's happening with the balloon and how's that coming along? The ideas for that?
Well, the problem I'm having with the balloon is that everything that is needing to be done is being done on my behalf. So essentially everything is in place and ready to go except the right weather conditions. And because it's gone beyond sort of the first quarter of the year now, it's probably going to actually happen during the summer months. So June, July, because I think that's when we're most likely, because the way it's working currently is the guy who's helping me organize it is keeping an eye on long, far ahead weather forecast, as far ahead as you can go, so that he can, because the weather is part of what will tell him where the balloon will come back down. I don't understand any of it, but
it's still going on track. Then you've still got it on track.
100%. And Will Duffy did a video a few weeks back as well, asking flat earthers which lenses they would accept. But obviously,
I can't wait, mate. I cannot wait.
Yeah, we haven't had a single response. Sorry, pal, go ahead.
Sorry. You've just mentioned Will Duffy. Now, this is the next question.
Go on.
Because I've been watching a few sort of feeds and looking at his sort of creationism rant, and I'm just wondering what your take on that is.
Do I completely disagree with Will? Of course I do, 100%. Do I think believing in a young earth is just as stupid as believing in a flat earth? Absolutely I do. Have I ever brought this up with Will? No. And I will tell you for why, as Uncle Bryn would say. It's because he's not trying to push it onto anybody. The day Will starts making videos telling people that all of mainstream science is wrong and the Earth is, 6,000 or 10, whatever they bloody say, then the gloves would be removed abruptly. But
do you think it lessens? Sorry, go on. Say it again.
No, I wasn't going to say anything, mate. Go on. Do I think it lessens?
Do you think it lessens the work he did for the final experiment because he's got this creationist slant?
In my opinion, not really, no. I can see why people think, because people are probably of the mindset that if he can deny the science that proves the Earth is 4.6 billion years old, how cheeky is he, claiming to be a man of science to prove that the Earth isn't flat? Yeah. That's kind of the thought process, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
mean,
just
he's not a Kent Hovind, is he?
Yeah,
really?
That's what I mean, and that's why that's why I've never sort of broached the topic with Will. And does it no, you didn't say does it invalidate, but does it cast a dark cloud over the work he's done with Flat Earth? I don't think so, to be honest, because none of it has anything to do. So, let me start there. So what the final experiment was trying to achieve, and did very well, has nothing to do with the age of the Earth. It was
No.
all to do with the shape of the Earth. So
Yes,
I
yes.
knew somebody would ask me, and I've been asked in comments, and it's not that I've ignored them, but I've just tried not to address it, because to me, does Will believe the Earth is 6,000 years old? Yeah, he does. Good for him. That's part of his belief system. As long as he doesn't start trying to twist my arm or anyone else's into believing the same, then
No, it's just his belief system.
yeah, exactly. And I've said this in videos. I know I've said, and I hope it comes across in the way I mean it to, but it's I don't care what somebody believes, and I don't care if somebody believes in God, Buddha, Ganesh, Thor. You can believe in anyone you want. The issue I have with it is when it's being kind of heavily promoted, shall we say, by the likes of.
That's when it becomes.
Yeah, that's when it becomes an issue,
yeah.
because it becomes almost weaponized.
Yeah. And I've been watching a lot of Conspiracy Cats recently.
Yeah.
Have you done any work with him?
I have. Historic Cats and I go back right to the beginning of my channel. He was one of the first people to reach out to me when I started my channel, and Cats and I had a debate platform called There We Are Then.
It's absolutely crazy.
No,
to
called
no, agree to disagree.
Agree to Disagree.
That's crazy that there's obviously now there's people that haven't been around since you've, since that long, because that was 2020, I think you started that. I remember lockdown.
Yeah, because I remember when Cats sort of reached out to me, and I think he had like 36 or 37,000 subscribers at the time, and I thought that was such a huge, unachievable number. But 7 years later, here I am, still as annoying as ever, and 104 coming on to 105,000 subscribers. So
Brilliant.
You never know what's going to happen.
When you were getting them numbers, it was great to see it all pick up. And
yeah.
So pleased for you, mate. Pleased.
No,
for you.
I'm really pleased for myself, to be honest with you, because it's one of those things that you never think you'll get to do, and then all of a sudden, I'm doing it. So I'm very
What do
grateful.
you plan on doing? Is there anything else you plan on doing to expand the channel?
I don't know. I'm always thinking of other topics I can be looking at. I've got the form, which is linked below all the videos, including this one, where the audience can submit. They can submit the video. So, if you were doom scrolling on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and you came across a clip and thought, oh, I wonder, I'd be interested to know what Creaky thought of that. You can add a link to my form, and it gets sent across to me, and I can look at it then. But people say, and I think somebody even said in the chat earlier, what am I going to do when flat Earth completely dies? I don't think it ever will, because let's be honest about it. The final experiment.
There's always going to be somebody pushing it.
Yeah, of course, because let's be honest. The final experiment, in realistic terms, was it was the death blow for the flat Earth movement, the final nail in the in the flat coffin. But they're still making the same idiotic claims. So it doesn't worry me. That I think if I sort of jumped in a DeLorean and traveled 100, 200 years into the future, there'd still be flat earthers. I'm convinced of it. Convinced of it.
The last thing you did with Flatside, the takedown on is where you were like disrespectful to that woman.
Yeah.
And you could see he's not apologetic at all.
No, he's not. It was very disingenuous. And I wasn't going to bother making the video, because the first video I made about him didn't really perform that well. But there's certain things that just really piss me off. And when they do, my consideration of will the video do well or not goes out the window. Some things I just say, I don't care. I want to have my say. I don't even care if the video makes 50 pence. I want to have an opinion publicly available on this. So that's what I did. But he's just a dick.
Knobhead is the word I tend to use to describe.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen in some comments, it's always knobhead.
Oh yeah. Honestly, he is he's another CC for me. He's literally the gift that keeps on giving because he just
CC.
gets worse.
But CC, this is the thing. I honestly do think that CC is just acting it because, and he knows that you know that people like you are gonna take his videos and debunk, and that's what he's doing it for. He's
Yeah.
providing content just so
Yeah.
that he gets airtime. That's what it comes across as.
Yeah. You could well be right. Who knows? Who knows? Right. Thank you, pal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump into another call. It was nice speaking to you.
One last one.
Go
One
on,
last
then.
one. How's the dog?
Do you wanna?
Because she had all the teeth out, didn't she?
Yeah.
Oh,
She'll be having her head off next.
Right. Okay.
If you wonder, she's all yours. I'll make sure she's well packaged. I'll speak to you soon. Take care, man.
Yeah. I'll keep sending you little bits. You'll
Thank
keep
you, sir.
finding them. All right, mate.
Cheers. All the best, dude. Bye. Yeah.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Thank you to Water Trash Bastard. $20. Finally able to catch a live while it's live. Here's a little something to send them chemtrail guys so they can clear the weather for your balloon. I love the content. Cheers, pal. How many super chats have we had, Carl? How close are we to the target?
Let's have a look, shall we?
Because I'm not like busting for a pee or anything. So
we're actually only on 5 out of 20 of the.
Oh, there's only been 5.
I feel like there was more than 5 super chats. But I don't. Yeah, well, 5 is what it says.
I don't know.
And
Can you
says 40.
do it on the screen there or?
No, it's already set.
Yeah. Oh well, just leave it run then. If
leave it run. There's plenty of people in the green room if you want to jump straight in.
Yeah, go on then.
Now we are caller 1 next, bro.
Okie dokie. Oh. If I remember correctly, Nex has got a very schmexy voice.
What on earth is going on here?
I don't know, but it's going on very quietly, pal.
So, what, you want me to?
Yeah, give yourself a bit of a
up,
boost, mate. Go and look in the mirror and tell yourself you look great. Yeah, you were just significantly quieter than me.
Is that any better?
Oh, that's bloody cowing marvelous. That is.
Perfect.
Absolutely splendid for us. How are you, mate?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Yourself?
Oh, overjoyed as always, me. Just trying to keep things interesting. It's one of those things. It don't matter how many ideas you have, they never sort of go the way you expect them to, if that makes sense.
Creaky, sorry about this. I'm gonna drop out the call because I've got a real bad bandwidth issue.
Right. Okay, dude.
I can barely hear what you're saying. It's breaking up. So
all right, mate. No problem.
I'm going to jump out of the call. Let someone else have the pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah? So anyway, good luck. Good luck with everything.
Thank you, pal. Take care. Bye. This is the thing. See, there's got to be a better way of doing this than Discord.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're watching this now, or if you're watching this, if it made its way into a clip, is there a better way of doing a live call-in show on a YouTube live stream than using Discord? Because Discord is just being a knob, and it's doing my head in.
It feels like there's either a delay or audio problems, and
yeah.
But what's funny is when we were randomly live the other day,
everyone was saying it was perfect.
It was fine.
Press the speed. Oh, you haven't got it up there now. If it don't make no difference.
Ooh, super chat.
Thank you, Wyatt Earp. Creaky for president. Yeah, I'll be able to say that soon. Thanks to Mr. Wyatt Earp, and look like a cowboy when I do it, because he's sending me my very own cowboy hat, and I am so excited I can't contain myself. I've always wanted a cowboy hat. Go with my cowboy boots that I bought a few years ago and I haven't worn because they got really loud heels on them, and it sounds as if like a flamenco team is following me around while they're training. So I'll have to put some bubble wrap on the heels of my cowboy boots and run around the house in just that and the cowboy hat that Wyatt is sending me. Oh, dear me. Have we got anyone else in there?
Yeah, there's a few people waiting.
Go on in.
Pull someone in.
Chuck him in.
Megan, caller 1.
Caller 1. Good evening, Megan. Is it Megan as in me? Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Then.
Oh, what happened then?
I don't know. You left it as well.
Yeah, I'm back in there now.
Okay, I'll pull Megan back in.
Would you still enjoy my live streams if they were completely flawless and without any technical hitches? I don't think I would enjoy them. Are you there, Megan?
Okay.
Oh, I can hear you now.
I'm sorry. I can barely hear you guys.
Read. There's something.
Something's
something's off with Discord tonight, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with it. Right, I've left that call. I don't know. It's not because I turned that. No, it's not.
No, it's nothing to do with that. It's nothing to do with that. I don't know what it could be because the settings are the same. Have you changed them since that test stream?
No. Oh well, actually, swap the cameras, Cal. I'm gonna leave my chair.
Are you gonna do what you did last time?
I'm just gonna check. I'm just gonna check the hello. Just gonna check the sound and audio, which isn't there. Why isn't it there? Ah, there it is. Voice and video.
So as he was saying, if everything went perfectly, it wouldn't be entertaining.
I think that's fixed it now. Right. Is Megan still in the still in room 1?
Let me check. No, I can put her back in.
Yeah, chuck her back in. I'm in room 1.
Oh, she dropped out immediately. I don't know if that was. I think.
Try and put somebody else in there.
Okay. There we go. Sir Bruce.
In room 1?
Caller 1, yeah.
Good evening, pal. How are you?
Oh, he's kicking people immediately. I don't know what's happening. I think we need to...
Yeah.
I think we need to jump ship on this one and do this episode a different time.
Yeah, we gotta find out the different way. But isn't that bloody annoying that it went perfectly well when we... So 2 Wednesdays ago, we said, oh, let's go and have a fiddle about, and we just clicked the go live button. It's kicking Megan. I think it's
I
that.
see
The thing is, for that to work, I need somebody who understands Discord, and
that is not us.
And it's not me. It's not us. So or maybe we find a better way of doing this. Do I look up Google? But the trouble is, then, see, the way I think about it is, if, for example, somebody in New York wanted to call in, it would cost them then, and then nobody's going to do it.
You'd have to. What about? Remember, like we used to have for the shop, like a WhatsApp business number.
Yeah, I know. I did that before, but you have to have your Did I address our super chat? I feel like I didn't.
I don't think you did.
Super chat.
Sorry, Tales of the Sonic Voyage. Thanks, Creaky, for inspiring me to write a Flat Earth song for my Conspiracies and Mysteries album. Very cool. I'd love to hear it, mate. Yeah, there's got to be a better way of doing a call-in show than using Discord, because... Oh, my thing just flopped.
This episode is going swimmingly.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Elgato Mic Arms.
Yeah.
£189 and it flops. Anyway, Rob Hale, we don't all have Discord. No, I understand that, Rob, but anyone can join and it's free. You don't you haven't got to pay to join or anything like that. But when does the mouse mark work? Do you mean the mouse mark that's on my desk, Padge? Because if you do, it's been and gone. It's a very old design. Even the channel URL is wrong. But what's the name? I'll maybe do another one. I'll maybe do another one is what I was trying to say. So oh my god, what am I doing? I'm lethal with buttons. Oh, I got two of them. One's on this desk, one's on that desk. But yeah, it's maybe I'll put them back on. I'm always looking for new ideas of things to go in the merch store, because merch is always just something that's it's there in the background. Because I think it's just my audience are too old for merch. Too old for t-shirts with big graphics on them. Is this? Yeah, I've done these. The shirts with the tidy one with the CGI, and they all do all right. Yeah, I'm looking in the side chat now. Some people don't even know what Discord is.
Yeah, well, yeah, I feel like Discord is definitely a younger person thing usually.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Because I don't really, obviously there's people of all ages on there, but
yeah,
I'm 28 and I don't have a clue.
Yeah,
with Discord.
Exactly. It's just annoying. It is that we can't get it to do what it did flawlessly. when we just click live with absolutely no plan. But there we are. Is there anybody in the call room now?
I mean, yeah, there's loads of people to choose from, but like I say, I don't.
Well, let's try another one and try it in room 2 this time.
Right. Okay. I'll pull
so that we can see if it's
Yeah, I'll pull Sir Bruce, who was in your last. I'll pull back into room 2. There we go.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. We were having this issue, Creaky, in that when it brings us into the room, it takes you out of the green room, and it gives us this message to join voice. So we don't know that we're actually on right away, and so it makes you want to click that button and go back to the green room.
Right. Yeah. This is why.
This is why we need someone in the green room.
This is why we need somebody in the green room, and Megan was gonna do it, but I couldn't. Well, it's my fault. I should have reached out way before the day of the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is when there's somebody in the green room, we'll know that everybody's microphone. When whoever's in the green room with them will have the permission set in Discord to be able to move them. However, looking at what I've seen in the chat, then I don't know. A lot of people don't even seem to know what Discord is.
Well, I do, and I'm glad to have a chance to call in.
So is Discord something you use, or did you just join it specifically?
Oh yeah, no, I use Discord all the time to keep a track with all of my friends, but I certainly think that's probably an older crowd thing rather than a younger crowd thing.
Yeah, quite possibly. And I know that not everybody is big on tech, and I suppose if you haven't got a reason to use Discord, then if you're a big part of your friends circle is kind of online, then I can see why people would use Discord. But it just seems to have more issues than the negatives outweigh the positives, or at least they do for me anyway.
It's definitely not intuitive, but then I've never done a call kind of like this before, so I didn't know what I was doing anyway. So
yeah, because in theory, everybody on call could be on a video call if they wanted, but I think that there's just too much scope for that to go terribly wrong.
It'd be awful. Yeah, I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah, no, I
He's got talent. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, and my talent is not tech. I love tech, but not being technical, if that makes sense.
Well, you're a very genuine person. I think that's why you have the fans that you do.
I try to be. All I try to do is just be as normal, just be as close to being my normal self as I can be without it being boring to watch. Because obviously the way I am in videos, I don't go around talking like that day in, day out. My wife would probably give me a black eye every day. But it's always weird to me when people use the F word, FAN. I don't know. I can't get comfortable with that word.
Yeah, that's true. But, the risk of these sort of parasocial relationships that some people can get into over these types of videos. I mean, I can't really call you a friend. And I think if I did, you should rightfully be scared. So, fan is the best word we have, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. But do you know what it is for me? It seems a bit kind of something a douchebag would say. It's like, who am I? Do you know what I mean? Like Johnny Depp has got fans, Britney Spears has got fans. I've got viewers. At least that's the way I sort of sell it to myself.
Well, I think in your case, hopefully, it's not just the personality, but it's also the topic or the topics that you discuss, right? So in that sense, it's less about you and it's more about the content.
Yeah, and I think because to me my channel is very obvious what I'm doing. I'm not pretending that I'm some science expert. I'm just trying to give accurate scientific explanations for things in a way that I would find palatable.
Right, exactly.
Well,
aside from the nattering on, I wondered if I could ask you a little bit about atheism. I know you're not an atheism channel, but it kind of the thought has been brought up to me watching all this flat Earth stuff.
Okay.
And I thought I might ask you a question about that.
You fire away. You can ask me anything you want.
So obviously I watched all of Will Duffy's videos when he was doing the flat Earth experiment.
Yeah.
And he's so logical and so insightful. And it just occurred to me, like, why doesn't he turn any of that insight into questions about proof, into his own belief system, and address his own sort of, belief in God? Because a lot of those same arguments apply there. And we know that a lot of the flat earthers, at least a lot of the ones that truly believe, ultimately are these biblical literalists who think that there's a sky dome, and they think the whole conspiracy is about trying to lessen mankind so they don't think that they're spiritual creatures and so on. And I asked this question of MC Toon, just thinking that he must be an atheist, and he informed me that he wasn't.
No, he's a Christian.
Yeah. So I wondered how these sorts of people, and if you want to believe, that's fine, but I don't think anyone who's a believer should be think that their belief is based on logic and evidence. So it's curious to me that they're so that they're so insightful to say that, hey, flat earthers, you can't just believe this on faith. You have to have logic and evidence and argument and support for your position.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they don't apply that same critical eye to their own religious.
For me, in a sense, you kind of answered your own question when you said it's a belief system. You don't need any proof or evidence for a belief. You just need the belief. So, Will, I would imagine, and again, you'd have to ask Will, but I would imagine that it's what he believes, so it's what he believes. I get where you're coming from. It's that same question, isn't it? How does he reconcile being a young Earth creationist with just handing flat Earth the biggest ass whipping they've ever received?
Exactly.
But you'd have to speak. You'd have to ask Will about that. But I think the fact that we ourselves would label what Will believes in as being just that answers the question to why he can sort of not apply the same sort of scientific rigor to his belief in the age of the Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers your question or if kind of it's, you know, if it's what you wanted me or expected me to say, but that's what I think.
Yeah, no, it's again, like you pointed out, it's the contradiction.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that they can be
Oh,
so
yeah, I get it.
insightful on
Yeah.
one point and then not apply it to something else. It just,
Yeah.
it makes me wonder.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder.
But again, I will say, and I touched on this with the caller that asked me about Will Duffy previously, you know, the fact that he isn't pushing his ideas about the age of the earth on people is in my, it's not giving him a pass. It's just, I don't see. So if somebody from our side of the argument was to suddenly make a video talking about Will Duffy being a creationist, to me it would be a bit redundant, because we make videos to debunk or to highlight the absurdity of the claims from flat earthers, young earth creationists. I treat exactly the same way, but Will isn't doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I did have some suspicions early on that what Will was doing was for publicity for himself.
Mm-hmm.
But it, other than the fact that he's continued to make videos, it doesn't seem like, as you say, he's pushing any kind of agenda of his own. So
Yeah.
I've been pleased with that. I'm curious to see what he's going to do in the future.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he can keep going on about the final experiment.
No,
for
I
another
agree
year.
with you. I agree with you.
We'll see.
Yeah, exactly. Only time will tell. Well, thank you, pal. That was an interesting chat, and I will speak to you again. Take care.
Yeah, it was lovely talking to you.
No problem. Take care. Bye. Do you want to chuck another one in, Cal? May as well. We're in the swing of it now, won't we? And have we hit 20 super chats? Because we're over now.
The thing ended at.
Did it? Oh,
yeah.
well, we kind of sort of done it. Chuck it in 3. I'm wondering if room 1's the issue.
Yeah, I'm going to bring Megan back in. I'll put it back in caller 2 where we just were.
Okay. Megan, are you there, or has it kicked you out again?
All right, I'm not hitting the join button.
I can hear you now. I don't know if you can hear me yet.
No, this time I didn't press any buttons.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I need somebody who knows a lot about Discord to give the whole server a kind of health check, because
You got Mr. 42 back there kicking butt.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to have a chat with him and see. It's more for this call-in thing, because Discord seems like the obvious choice, but if it's going to be this much of an issue every time I try to do it, then it's going to really make me not want to do it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Discord's always been kind of a pain in the butt, and the fact that a lot of people don't know about it or even how to navigate it.
Yeah, that did surprise me a little bit, to be honest. But then I thought when I thought about it again, it's like, yeah, why would you use Discord unless you were a content creator or an online gamer, or unless you're in those communities as a fan or a viewer?
Yeah, I mean, you should try Zoom. Everyone pretty much has had to use Zoom at some point, so there's an option.
Yeah, I did used to have a Zoom account, but I got rid of it. But yeah, it may need to make a comeback.
Perhaps.
So
but one thing I did want to say
Go on.
your call-in show here, if I may.
Of course you may.
Awesome. Is I've been watching a lot of Jaren lately, as many whenever I can catch him.
Yeah.
And I understand the flat earthers' reactions to him and all that, but then I hear his frustrations about how our side of the community just expects him to believe everything now that he's dropped flat earth.
Yeah.
And I think that's not reasonable for us to expect. He's going to want to be proven, like he had to be proven, the flat earth. So
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, stay skeptical, and when you come to keep an open mind, and when you realize that something that you believe isn't true is true, then go with it.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. The thing is, it was very easy to predict that this was going to happen anyway, to whichever flat earther was sort of capable of accepting what they saw down in Antarctica proves. It was obvious he was going to get attacked, Megan. Everybody was going to come after him, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
we've
mean,
seen it
he's a little
before with
surprised at how badly
Ranty.
attacked.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead about Ranty.
Yeah. Sorry, but we've seen it before with Ranty and even Seek Truth, Speak Truth. Now, I don't think Seek Truth, Speak Truth got attacked as badly as Ranty, but he definitely got attacked. I just don't. Why does anybody forget about the shape of the Earth for a minute and forget that the flat Earth community is the flat Earth community? Why would anybody want to involve themselves in a community like that, regardless of the topic of conversation? They're all so toxic towards each other.
I think that they, once you get in is when you see that toxicity. At first, you see community and you see that they're right. And I mean, how often do large names in the community leave? I mean, Ranty, that was years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and no one's left in a long time since him.
Yeah. I think with Ranty, it was.
No one had a channel and such.
Yeah. It was 3 years ago,
I'm sure
I think,
Rachel got
Ranty left.
attacked as well.
Yeah.
Especially being female.
Yeah. But I just do not understand why anybody would want to have anything to do with anybody from that community, because as an observer looking in, all I see is they're arguing with everyone in the world about the shape of the Earth, but they're also all arguing with each other about what the flat Earth looks like or how it behaves, or none of them can even agree.
No, it's not appealing to you or me, but maybe it takes the kind that are very paranoid towards the government or towards, mainstream.
Yeah.
And it's appealing to them. I mean, there's a whole swath of negative people out there that just love being keyboard warriors and love trolling and love just spreading misery. I mean, I don't understand the thought process of any of those people.
Yeah. I wonder how many flat earthers that are out there now that we are all familiar with that are that type of person. They're doing it purely out of spite and to be an online troll.
The same names we see in chats and comments, probably.
Yeah,
40%.
yeah, exactly. Because I don't know why, but I've never got that many. Because people will always say, "Oh, why don't you make a mean comments videos?" I don't really get any, but the sort of the theorizing I've done around that thought is maybe because my approach is so drastically different from every other debunker. Maybe that's why not many people respond to me, because they can't sort of. Does that make? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's the same as I think Sir Sick. He's his way of approaching it. He just like makes fun of himself.
Yeah.
That kind of takes the wind out of their sails.
Yeah, exactly. The self-deprecating humor, or as I call it, the Eminem 8 Mile method. Seen the Eminem film 8 Mile? Last rap battle of the show, he says everything negative about himself. Then his opponent's got nothing to say, so he doesn't win, and that's what.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah, it's easier to knock down somebody who has, the big ego or arrogance and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. And as you know, as a lot of us know, and few of us will admit, egos are very fragile.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So, so are flat earthers. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna jump down. I'm sorry I can't stay the rest.
No,
of the
that's
stream.
fine. That's fine. I'll try and remember to message you tomorrow about, about you potentially being able to help out with this as and when we do them. Like I say, it's not going to be every week, but
yeah, absolutely.
I will reach out to you tomorrow.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a great stream. Chat, have fun, enjoy, and everyone else, take care and be kind to each other.
Take care, Megan. Bye. Yeah, it's have we got more wait then? Or?
Yeah, there's plenty of people waiting.
Yeah,
what do you want to do? Yeah, chuck
another one in. I haven't missed any super chats or anything, have you?
No, I don't believe so. Right. Caller 2, Steel City JW.
Good evening, Steel City JW. Do you know what I think we should be doing? You should be putting people in, and so they're in there for like 30 seconds before I join, because I think if they're having to click join or not join or something, I don't know. Are you there, Steel? No, he wasn't there, but that was a problem his end, not
right. Okay.
Not with anything. I think.
Can we pull someone else in?
Yeah, chuck somebody else in. Why not?
Right. Okay. Well,
go in room 3.
Well, I've already pulled him into room 2.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna jump in. Who is that?
Is it M or Emma? E-double-M-E.
Well, I'm in there anyway. E-double-M-E.
What is this?
What is what?
Oh, am I live?
You are.
Okay. So my question is simple.
Yeah.
These people believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
My question is, if they think that, then how do they explain Japan bombing America? Doesn't that disprove their entire theory?
The thing, somebody's brought that up to me before, and the thing is, there are so many other things exactly like that demonstrate why the Earth being flat is impossible. It blows my mind, but yeah.
I believe genetic engineering on humans is unfairly suppressed. Do you agree with me?
Say that again.
I believe that genetic engineering on humanity is unfairly suppressed. Do you agree with me?
I don't even know what that is.
Genetic engineering, how do I explain this? It's basically the science of altering a being's genetics. Like you saw that colossal bioscience guys, the guys who made the direwolves. They did that on a gray wolf to create those direwolves.
Right.
Well, we've never tested that science much on humans because ethics boards across America and many laws suppress it.
Right. So it's the Jurassic Park question then. What's my opinion on them bringing back the direwolf? Is that sort of...
Well, my question is, do you believe it is unfair for us for the law to suppress testing of genetic and study of genetic engineering in humanity?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't really got an opinion, and if I did, beliefs certainly wouldn't come into it. So I'm not really following what.
I'm not very clued up on the topic, but I do feel like maybe this is just my personal opinion. Would be that to me would be one of those things of just because you can doesn't mean you should. So I would kind of agree with the ethical. The ethical restraints that are currently on those systems in place, because that could be a slippery slope.
Yeah, it's like just
not to sound not to sound conspiratorial minded, but that when you're talking altering genetics, it's a very
it's the Jurassic Park question.
Yeah,
just because you can doesn't mean you should. Yeah.
Oh, I honestly believe that these laws and the suppressing of genetic engineering research is the reason our lifespans are capped as it is.
I guess that again, that probably implies that you think that we should live till like 100. Well, I'm more than happy with a solid 70 to 85 years.
Yeah, have you ever seen a 100-year-old person?
Yeah, I don't want to live to be 100. I don't want to be rotting in a chair.
So what is it you think then, that if it wasn't for the government suppressing this type of research, then human beings would live a hell of a lot longer than they do?
I believe that genetic engineering is basically the one of the biggest like untouched reserves of medical discoveries humanity has. That if we put enough research into it, we could end biological aging, many in life, and I'll be blunt, thrust man's evolution into his own hands, give humanity the reins to, well, his body itself.
To me, what you just described sounds absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, and I'll be completely honest. It's, to me, you sound completely nuts. I have
quite
no
scary.
idea what you're talking about. So thanks for calling in. The thing is, there's certain topics.
See, that,
Like, it's interesting.
That is a good topic of discussion, but
it's like I will only talk about things I've got an understanding of, and if I can't understand what I don't even want to talk about it. Do you know what I mean? Because to me, what that sounded like, and if you're still watching and you think I've treated you unfairly, sorry, but what you were saying, you just sounded completely nuts.
I don't know. It's very strange. Like I guess genetic engineering is that what he called it? Genetic engineering.
Genetic engineering, yeah. Because to me, it sounded like he was saying that if the government kept their fingers out of the way, human beings would live for 200 years.
Yeah, there we go. We have a budding supervillain on the line.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I mean. Again, if you are still watching, no disrespect to you, but that was very sinister sounding.
Yeah, and you sounded so angry.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
Oh, that's not the.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Just ignore that. Just talk amongst yourselves.
Ooh, super chat. Thank you.
3 flips in a forest. First one points down. Look, deer tracks. The second one says no, they're lion tracks. The third one says no, they're elephant tracks. They all get hit by a train. I do love a dad joke. Do you know when I started telling the dad jokes at the end? I did it the first time. It was purely because I wanted to see if anybody actually stuck around to like the very end.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised. But now it's become a thing now that if I don't do it, people are like, oh, where was the dad joke?
Yeah, well, I obviously with the super cuts on the second channel, at first I was just cutting the jokes out, and then, well, there was continuously comments being like, why have you cut out the jokes in the super cut? So now I just put them all at the end.
Really? No, I
That's
really,
so funny.
no, I really wish I had a longer cricket sound. You just skipped the whole video and watched the joke. Well, I was going to save them up and do a jokes compilation video, but I'm not sure I want to now. Nobody's cooperating. Anyway, we're going to call it a day there. It's 8:25. Is it 8:25? And I haven't eaten yet, and I'm absolutely busting for a waz. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. Thank you to everyone who called in. I know it was a bit disjointed, but Callum will make it look awesome in the edit.
Check out Creaky Extra to see those edits.
Yeah.
For clips, shorts, and other bonus content.
Boom. Roasted.
Well, not really roasted.
No.
But I haven't had the chance to. Oh, say it again.
Please subscribe to the second channel, Creaky Extra, for...
Look at that. Blows my mind every
You just cut me off then. There we are. Right, end the stream.
Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. Love you. Bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.